What's your take about all these allegations right now with Diddy?
I feel like a couple of them, they just trying to get a bag. I mean, they got all these bodyguards. And
Well, the bodyguards aren't suing.
with Cassie, it's either or.
Boosie recently shared his thoughts on Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy, offering his perspective on the situation. He suggested that Cassie may be exaggerating or fabricating parts of her story in order to gain money from Diddy. While he acknowledged that certain aspects of their relationship, such as the freak-offs, may have occurred, he believes Cassie may have twisted the narrative to suit her own agenda. Not everyone is on Cassie's side, and Boosie is one of the figures expressing doubt, claiming that some parts of the lawsuit might not be entirely truthful. Let's break down the details surrounding Boosie's comments and the ongoing controversy.
With Cassie, it's either or. Either she was traumatized by what she been through.
Mm-hmm.
Either she was traumatized, she was sick and hurt, or she loved every minute.
Even though this is an interesting take, it's super controversial because the things that Cassie claimed in the lawsuit were really bad. She claimed that Diddy would force her to hire male escorts and then be intimate with them while he watched and got off on it. She claimed that she never wanted to take part in a freak-offs because it wasn't her thing, but Diddy didn't care what she wanted, and he would force her to do it anyway. And when she tried to resist, he would force her to take substances until she became compliant, and she would disassociate from the freak-off. She also talked about how he would force her to have on white nails because he liked to wear.
I'm saying that to say she could have loved every minute of it, because if somebody making you a better.
Yeah, that was a weird one. I wasn't ready for that one.
Listen.
Okay.
Are you getting better sex? Why your man getting off? Then you say after you do this, he buy you gifts.
Yeah.
Then you say when you try to leave, he come and get you and send people to get you. Some women love it. Some women like to go off and they man come back and get them. They love every minute of it.
That's
Fake booking a
me.
flight. Really never booked a flight. Fake booking a flight. Like calling my manager, hey, you gotta stop me from leaving. But I was never going nowhere.
Oh, yep, you just talked to
Like,
her.
pull your and show me like leave. I wish you would walk out.
She went along with it. She obviously liked the lifestyle. And from what I understand from some people I talked to, when she talks about it actually went both ways. There'd be situations where she would start putting hands on him and then he would respond and then, it would turn into a mess. Women, some women do that. They like to put their hands on a man and see what he's going to do. Knowing they're not going to win, but just, it's a messed up mentality.
Yeah.
The whole thing about the whole cuckold thing, finding dudes who's well endowed to have such a woman, I don't care about all these allegations right now with Diddy.
I feel like a couple of them, they just trying to get a bag. I mean, they got all these bodyguards and shit.
Well, the bodyguards aren't suing.
With Cassie, it's either.
It's true that some people, including women, might find certain aspects of rough or intense behavior in relationships appealing, and there are even public figures like Ari Fletcher who have spoken about enjoying certain dynamics in their relationships, like when Moneybag Yo displays aggressive behavior. However, it's important to recognize that these dynamics are complex, and what works for some may not be healthy or appropriate for others. It's a reminder that everyone's preferences and experiences in relationships are different, but it also raises concerns about the line between what's consensual and what could be harmful. It's always crucial to approach these topics with sensitivity, as what might seem acceptable in one relationship could be damaging in another. What do you think about these kinds of dynamics?